We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Great 15, great 15. Lion.
Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get over there. Go. Ram.
Now McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Run, run. Black. 81, 81.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Great 15.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Ram.
McKinnon. Man, not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end in Njoku. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone!
Mayfield to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
A first down throw from Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end in Njoku. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield going deep here for Landry. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 51 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Again, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. Shedding the tackle. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They pitch it to Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going with a no play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Alshon Jeffrey. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 52 yards. Wentz looking very much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st and 10.
Great 15.
On 1st down, Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On play action, Wentz. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. That'll move the sticks for the Browns. A gain of 12. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And bulldozing his way through. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Wentz now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. And this is caught at the 8. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Wentz again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's got daylight. 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! Gone!
Mayfield down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Nigel Bradham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Detroit!
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Please. Go, go. 52, great.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
82.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes you get...
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Mayfield on play action. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Gone. Detroit.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. Well, they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56.
1st down, Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Wentz. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Screenplay, McKinnon. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
82. 52, great. Great 15.
Now Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 43 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Black, come on.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Wentz going to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Wentz to throw again. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They'll try and run with McKinnon. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Shorty, shorty, shorty.
Wentz to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One last shot from Mayfield here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down.